thing I'm looking for is packaging. How is your title and your thumbnail doing for attracting the right people? So those are two really important things I'm looking at. So if you have a YouTube channel that you would like me to review and give you feedback on, drop your channel in the chat right now, because I want to give live feedback. If you don't have a channel right now, this can also be coaching. What is the question that you have about YouTube or you have about using YouTube when it comes to making more sales for your business? So I'm really open to all of you here today, what you would like me to jump into, what you would like me to talk about, what channels you would like me to review. So if you're here live, please share in the chat your link, your YouTube link, and I will go right to it and give you some feedback, almost like a coaching call here today. Genevieve, it's okay. I won't be harsh. I want people to know exactly what they need to do to get the results that they want on their channel. So Genevieve, I am going to pull up your channel. Now, can you tell me what is the goal of your channel before I even look at it? What do you want your channel to do? And as I'm going through Genevieve's channel, if you are here and you want me to look at your channel, please share it in the link because I will stay here as long as I need to
right now.
review
If you put your
every
link in the
single
chat
person who wants a review here today.
and Zoom,
This is
so
for
give you
YouTube channels.
feedback on
Now,
your
if you have
channel,
a
and it's
question
like you
about
don't
using
even hear
YouTube
it.
in your business,
It's like
Castle of the Skies,
people,
you
so
can
you would
also
definitely get
ask that
personal
question as well.
attention
So this is
right
a
now.
two-parter. This is a
1
YouTube
p.m. Eastern.
question and answer call, but also a business a channel audit as well. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through Genevieve's channel. Genevieve, if you want to share with me as well what your goal is for your channel. When I'm looking at it, okay, I'm instantly looking at it here. And the one thing that I'm noticing first is that there is a lot of text up here. This is a lot of text. We need to make sure that our text at the top of our channel banner needs to be simple and easy to read. So we're talking like 5 to 8 words max when it comes to your channel banner, okay? Just because people will not read it. This is also going to be incredibly small on mobile devices. That's something else we need to be thinking about as well, our mobile devices, because a lot of people are watching your videos from your phone. So, tips with the 360 Beauty Maven, helping estheticians grow their careers beyond the treatment room, brought to you by Genevieve License. Okay, so I would summarize this in like 5 words. So maybe it could be something like, you don't need to have tips with the 360 Beauty Maven. I don't think you need to have that up there at all. We want to keep this super simple. I think it is just helping estheticians grow their business beyond the treatment room? Because I'm assuming that's what you do. Do you have a course or a coaching
Yes.
program, Genevieve? Yes, yeah. So I think that would be fantastic. Just helping estheticians grow their business beyond the treatment room, because I'm assuming you're talking about other parts of their business, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about the accounting and the social media and those things as well. I see you saying yes there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would just make it super simple that way. Super clear. I like that your photo is here. I'd almost like to see you in esthetician vibes in that picture on your channel banner too. So that they instantly are like, oh yeah, she's an esthetician like me. I feel like that would also get the point across too. And I don't think you need like this little smear stuff in the background. I think keeping things super simple. If you're gonna put anything up there, it would be more of estheticians things like tools or things like that. Honestly, I think you can just really simplify it to helping estheticians grow their business beyond the treatment room, and that's it. You don't need any other words up there. Now, when I go to this line right here, we have got to put the most important words here first. They don't care who you are. They care about what are you going to do for them. So by you saying I'm Genevieve Santos, it's an obvious because that's the name of your channel. So we don't even need to say that. A true beauty maven in New York City, hence the username. What's happening here is you're wasting that prime real estate for you to say what you will do for them. They want to know, what are you going to do for them? So this line is more about I help estheticians dive into their business so they can have a healthy, growing esthetician business or something like that. Your value proposition. This is something I go through with my clients in part of module one of my system is who is your ready to buy viewer and what is your value proposition? Because it's got to be very clear for anybody that comes to your channel what you're going to help them do. Because when they come to your channel, they do not give a crap who you are. They want to know what's going to be in it for them. What are you going to do for them? So we've got to really highlight that with your channel promise at the top and then that first line as well. So then clicking over to the videos, which I'm just going to click over here to the videos and double check. There looks like there is an issue with, thank you. I don't have my audio on, so I apologize. I couldn't hear anything. um, what I'm looking at here when I look at the thumbnails, the first thing I'm looking at is packaging. So what is happening, which is common that I see on many people who do YouTube, is you're repeating the title on the thumbnail. And that's basically wasting a huge opportunity. Your title and the text on your thumbnail need to work together to tell a story, to get people to click. Because if tips on passing your written exam for esthetician NYS doesn't get the click, you've got nothing else to help out. So you need to figure out what is the value they're going to get out of this business. Sorry, out of this video. So without watching the video, it would be something along the lines of never fail the test. Never fail the test, maybe. And then say something like best your best pass your written exam for esthetician your first try using these tips because you want to have the most important part at the beginning. So tips on passing your written exam, that's at the beginning and there's no context. They have no idea what this is about until the last part. So we need to get like the esthetician part to the front of the title so that they know instantly this is for him. So pass your esthetician exam on the first try using these tips. That's how I would position that title. When we're looking at the second thumbnail again, again, as you guys are joining and you're here live, please feel free to share your YouTube channel if you would like me to review it. I am here to do channel reviews, answer questions about anything when it comes to YouTube. So please drop those in the chat. When looking at the second thumbnail here again, we're doing the same thing. We are repeating the title and the thumbnail. Now, 5 mistakes you're making in distance learning, again, incredibly broad. They have no idea this is for beauty school. Now, this is also contradicting your audience. Your audience up top says this is for estheticians growing their business. Now you're saying this is for people in beauty school. So that's a completely different audience. Beauty school people are beginners. Written exam people are for beginners. What we talked about up here, what your channel promise was, we were talking about established estheticians who were trying to grow their business. We weren't talking about people who were wanting to get started in esthetician work. We were already talking about estheticians. So you can see again where that disconnect is with what you're saying, with who you're saying you're wanting to attract versus what these videos are tracking. And I know these videos are older, but that's something you want to think about again as you build a strategy. And this is why it's so important to have somebody with you when you're building out your strategy, because you need somebody to say, is this clear? Do these match? Because if they read the top and they're like, oh, cool, this is for me. Then they go down here and they're like, that's not for me. They're confused. And the algorithm becomes confused as well. So the algorithm has no idea who to push it in front of as well. So that's why for my clients, the very first playbook strategy that they do is they go through clearly defining their ready to buy viewer and I walk them through it. I go through it and say, okay, here's what's really strong with your ready to buy viewer. Here's what's kind of lacking so that we get very clear. Then we build the channel promise or the value proposition. And that is, again, something I work one-on-one with my clients on. So we build the foundation strongly. We've got to have who our audience is. We've got to have who our channel promise is before we can even move into the content strategy. And then the content strategy is built on the foundation of our audience, who our viewer is, and what our channel promises. Does that make sense? And again, that is what I work with my clients on literally every day inside the YouTube coaching experience. If you're interested in becoming one of those clients, Erin will link the The Aaron will put the link to the program if you're interested in joining. We are closing the doors for this year on Tuesday. And then when we reopen in January, it is doubling in price because we are adding so many key pieces to speeding up this process. We're creating custom GPTs so that you can come up with titles and thumbnails super fast, making sure that your titles and thumbnails will always align with your ready to buy viewer. And so the GPTs are built to work on top of each other so that everything stays on target. And so that's why with all of this new ways to speed up your process, we are increasing the price in 2026. So just remember, if you know you want to double down on YouTube in 2026 and you know you want to make sure you do it right, Aaron dropped the link to join that coaching program. It's trenalittle.com/coaching. We do wrap up the doors for 2025 enrollment on Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. Genevieve, did you have any questions? Please share in the chat on what I shared here for you or anything that needs clarity before we move on to the next channel.
Oh, can I just say it? All right.
Sure.
Um, I'm switching my identity. I'm phasing out 360 Beauty Maven. Should I change my username? Like, I wanted to do just Jen Santos Band, like, because my
Mhm.
personal brand.
Yeah.
Or like, do you think it won't make a
Nope.
difference?
You can change your little at symbol, yeah, to your name for sure. I would recommend it. Yeah.
And then, do you think, because initially this channel was like my beauty adventures in New York City. Do you think I should just like private all of the previous videos that don't really have anything to do with aesthetics?
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could just private them, or unlist them. You could just unlist them and kind of have like a fresh channel to start with. I don't think you need to start a new channel. I think this channel is fine. We would just kind of unlist these so they're not up here and then start fresh from video one.
Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next person, if you would like an audit, please share your channel in the chat so that I can pull it up. The next one is Connie. So I'm going to pull up Connie here. I'm going to make sure as well I kind of close out of my tabs because the more tabs I have open, the more my computer hates me and the more it just doesn't work. Okay, so looking at Connie's channel, like I said, the first thing I'm looking for is it clear who this audience is for? So we have Nana Quilts, easy quilt patterns to inspire. I'm not sure who this is for, right? This seems very broad. Yes, quilt patterns to inspire, but what are we inspiring? Who are we inspiring? Because YouTube needs to know exactly who to put this in front of. Are we inspiring 10-year-olds? Are we inspiring 60-year-olds? Are we inspiring moms trying to find a hobby, right? And I know I'm going a little bit extreme here, but I'm using this as an example why we need to be very clear because YouTube has to try to find that person. So Connie, who would you say you are trying to inspire? Well, actually, question, what are you trying to sell from your channel?
So I have a blog that the in the description there's a link to the blog post and then there's affiliates for those quilt patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And most of my audience is 50 plus.
Okay.
Just some of them don't want to quilt, like they've quilted forever and they just want to look at pretty quilt patterns. And then some of them
Yep.
are just looking for really easy quilts.
Yes. So we are not going to try to get people from YouTube to your blog. We want to add those affiliate links within your description box because YouTube wants people to stay on YouTube. And if we
Okay.
are trying to get them off of YouTube, YouTube's just not going to push our content to anybody. It's like Facebook. If you put a YouTube link on Facebook,
Yeah.
that post is getting buried. And so you can use the description box links absolutely. You can add links in there for sure. So we want to use that. And you want to create content specifically because if you are, I think you said 50 plus, if you are speaking to the 50 plus, we need to let them know that's who you're talking to because they don't want to learn from some 20-year-old probably or some 30-year-old. They want to learn from somebody who has maybe grandkids and can talk about creating these quilts for their grandkids, maybe tying in their grandkids to help make these quilts or things like that. And so that's kind of the direction I would go here. So like, Nana sews and quilts. I think it's like the value proposition could be something like quilting quilting over the age of 50 something about quilting over the age of 50, and then what do they want? Like, why are they quilting? What do they want to quilt for?
I actually asked an email the other day because I have a
Yeah.
list of 5,000
Mhm.
and I'm doing a giveaway of fabric. And so one of the questions I asked, because I just didn't know,
Yeah.
majority of them are giving the quilts away to nonprofits.
Oh,
So
that's that's gold. That
yeah,
is great
it
information.
really was. I was like, oh, that was not my guess at all.
Yeah. So I think we tie that in because if you're saying that's what your audience is saying, and that is a very unique perspective, a very unique angle that sets you aside from all the other quilters out there. Because I think you could also tie into, because I know doing projects like this take a lot of time. And so one of some of the videos you could tie into is how to find these nonprofits. You could also get like you could get your community involved and like I want to see how many quilts we can get donated to nonprofits this Christmas. And like you could create this community around quilting for nonprofits. I think that is an amazing direction to go for your channel.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes, I like that. And then when we look at the videos, we've got to really highlight that too. Um,
Okay.
I would like to see your face. I know. I would like to see your face in the thumbnails because thumbnails with faces just get clicked on more because people want to know, even nowadays where trust is at an all-time low on the internet, they want to make sure if they're clicking on something, they're learning from a human. And so just having your face there is really important. And then also coming up with those titles and thumbnails that are going to make them excited. So black and white quilt, right? Maybe it's like uh, a black and white quilt, or I would need to watch some videos to kind of come up with the direction. But for like five quilts from squares, it's almost like maximize your leftovers with these five quilt square ideas,
Okay.
right? So we need to lead with why they need to watch. So black and white quilt isn't really saying why they need to watch. Why would they want a black and white quilt or why would they need to watch that? That's how we need to think about our titles.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, we're gonna start a membership. I happened to come across an estate sale and a huge book. It's like got 500 antique quilt patterns that you can no longer even buy. So my goal for next year is to do a membership where they get the vintage quilt patterns.
Nice. And like I said, I would really tie in that piece of uh sending to nonprofits. That's a huge
Yeah.
opportunity for you to build a community with like a positive outcome. Like people will love to participate in that. People probably would love to even just start learning how to quilt to participate in this bigger purpose, right? So I think that's a huge opportunity for you and your audience telling you that and you being smart enough to ask your audience. It definitely gives you an amazing direction for 2026.
It started a lot of conversations, which were really cool of the nonprofits. So now I'll go in and ask them like what nonprofits they donate to because that's a really good.
Yeah, because now you can do a whole video on like 10 nonprofits to donate your quilts to.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
That's awesome. I love it. Good job. Let's see here. And again, you guys, this is something I work with all of my clients inside the coaching experience. So if you're interested in getting more detailed work, like me watching your videos, me providing feedback on your videos, like I watch my clients' videos. I watch it from the back end as well to determine like where is the audience retention dropping off? Why is the audience retention dropping off? I look at titles and thumbnails and the click-through rate. Why is the click-through rate down? What can we move or change to make the titles and thumbnails better so it gets clicked on? And so it's really difficult to teach YouTube strategy just doing these audits, but I hope it stems some ideas as I'm looking at different niches and different types of channels that you can see how this is going to be really helpful for you by working with somebody that understands YouTube and can meet you where you're at. Because I've worked with, I don't even know how many niches at this point in time, but in the variety of niches that I've worked with build YouTube channels is crazy. So if you can think of a niche, I've worked with a niche. So we have Mindful Creative Muse right now. Make and teach art with mindfulness. Okay, so Cynthia, right?
Yes, hi.
The first thing I look at is, can I determine who this is for by reading that? And I have no idea. I understand we're teaching art. I don't know what mindfulness means in this context. And I don't know, is this for kids? Is this for like empty nesters, seniors? Is this for, and so what we really need to do when we're thinking about having a channel promise, which is what we want to have on our channel banner, is it clear specifically who this channel is for? So what are you trying to sell from your channel?
So I mostly teach online mindful art classes and teacher trainings. The focus really are, I have the teacher training programs. So
Okay.
it's mostly artists, educators, K through 12 teachers, art therapists, yoga teachers, etc. are my client base.
And what is the transformation they get out of learning from you? Like, why do they learn from you? What is the end goal that they have?
So they'll become a internationally accredited and certified mindful art teacher. They deepen their personal practice, but they learn how to create their own mindful art workshops, retreats, or one-on-one client work. And then they also learn how to market that out in the world mindfully.
Okay, so does the word mindful art, is that something they're searching?
Likely not. Most people are searching like mindfulness and art or simple calming art activities to share with kids or therapeutic art or art to relax. Yeah, different terms that I kind of use in my blog and emails, but yeah, I don't have it as a title here.
Yeah. So one of the things that I would do is do some research on vidIQ, which is a it's a data platform. It's a data software that lets you know what are people actually searching on YouTube. Because if we're creating content around a topic that nobody's even searching because it's too advanced, not meaning it's too advanced, it's they don't know that's what the word is. Like they don't know what they don't know. We've got to be creating content that your audience can understand. And so even Mindful Creative Muse, I would honestly change that to your name because again, trust on the internet's at an all-time low and people want to connect with people. So what could also happen here is they see Mindful Creative Muse, they don't even see a face in the channel icon right here, and they'll scroll right by because people trust humans. And so I always recommend to my clients, you have your image right here. And I do recommend having your name because that makes a connection with people. Um, I feel like all the people you just said is a little bit of a disjointed audience. Would you say if you were to get started on YouTube and see the momentum, would you focus? What are your best videos actually? What are the ones that are doing the best for you?
So my channel, I haven't been as active recently. When I first started my channel, I was promoting mostly my art classes. So a lot of
Okay.
the videos are the actual art practices, and those are the ones that have done really well. And
Mhm.
I've struggled with, I basically have two audiences, the people that are looking for the art activities just for their own self-care, and then people who are looking to actually teach the work. And that's now, after I've been doing this for 7 years, my focus is really on certifying teachers. And I've struggled with how to transition my YouTube channel in a way that makes sense. Um, yeah, so I don't know if
Mhm.
that answers your question fully.
So what I would do is the angle or the direction of this channel that I would take is the channel proposition, the channel value proposition, I think would be something like helping you become certified in mindful art. Is that the term, right? Mindful art?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, one thing that I wasn't planning to do, let me just stop my screen real quick and pull it up. I did want to pull up vidIQ to double check, is this something that's being searched? Is this something that we should focus on, or do we need to go back a couple of steps? So I'm going to pull this up, and this is a tool that I teach my clients to use, and this is how we build our content strategy using this tool. And there's a specific way that I call it the profitable keyword framework, where we're able to build out like a massive amount of content from this tool. So I'm going to type in mindful art. And what we see now is it's searched about 14,000 times a month. So it's a smaller niche, which I'm assuming you already know. But when we look over here at related keywords, maybe there is a different direction to take this. So you said mindful art certification, right?
Yeah, I usually either use that term or teacher training. I kind of use both.
Yeah. So this is something that they're not searching.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that we need to be aware of because they're not searching mindful art certification. We need to figure out what are the words they are searching.
Mm-hmm.
But you are associated with this genre because right there your name is, and right there it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to just see if there's an angle to go off of. Yeah, so I think that's going to be really important for you is figuring out how they are saying this because that's going to affect how you're going to create content. Because if we are creating something that they don't even know to search for, you can't even come up and search for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I would get focused. Maybe it's just on, are you saying a lot of your people are already teachers and they're wanting to become certified in this, or they're just like normal people and they want to become certified in this?
It's kind of mixed. Yeah, it's both. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would go with an angle in the beginning, like helping you become certified in mindful art. Now, I think what you're going to have to do is in your series of videos, you're going to have to weave the thread of that word mindful art a lot. I think
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have to bring people in on the words that they are searching and introduce them to the word mindful art certification by saying something like as you're talking about something and you're like that's what a lot of people who get certified in mindful art do. They're able to do XYZ. So you're going to have to get your audience aware. And that's why the playlist funnel is really important for my audience because this is something that you can introduce to them in videos 1 and 2. And as they start to hear about it and you start to build on it, by the time they get to video 5 in the playlist funnel, they're like, heck yes, I want to be certified in mindful art. Tell me how. And so that's why it's really important to be building your series, your playlist funnels in that framework as well, because it gets people who maybe don't even know, like a lot of people don't even know my YouTube playlist funnel, what that even means. And so I've got to get them introduced to it and warmed up to it. So by the time they're at the end of my series, they're like, yes, that's exactly what I needed. They may not have known to look for that at the beginning of the series, but by the end, they're like, that's exactly what it was that I needed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so again, in my program, I help my clients build out those series and I help them use not ChatGPT, help them use vidIQ to figure that out and to pull into vidIQ and figure out how do we pull these words up that they are using and how do we turn that into a series and how do we market that? So one of the things that I am noticing as well here with your videos, let's go to you are putting your face on the last 2 videos, as I said with blanking Connie. As I said with Connie, having your face on the thumbnail is super important. It's just where we're at in the internet and what people will trust. So having your face on the thumbnail, stressed in less than 2 minutes, and then saying stressed again is a bit repetitive. We need to be able to use the title and thumbnail as complementary and not just repeating ourselves. So how easy drawing and breath meditation can help. I would say something like stress less than 2 minutes. Let's say we leave that as the thumbnail. The title could be something like this drawing and breath meditation can help you de-stress fast. Something like that. That's probably like the angle. But do you see how I'm taking like the idea of the title and the thumbnail? They're not the same, but I'm making them complementary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And again, it's easier for me when I'm working with my clients. What they do is we come up with the title and thumbnail first to make sure it's really solid. And then we create the hook to the video and then we create the content of the video so that we know the packaging gets the people in, and then the video, the content of the video actually delivers on the reason why they clicked on it.
Mm-hmm. And are you suggesting, Trina, that if I still continue with these like kind of short demo videos or introducing them to these practices, that then just by me talking about some of the benefits and educating with the niche terms, that then I would still promote the teacher training? Like I don't need to change the types of videos that I'm sharing here. That's something I've struggled with.
Yeah. So it's hard to say without doing a deep dive into your channel.
Yeah.
But typically it's not doing demos that are going to get people to buy. And that's kind of the idea behind my playlist funnel. We talk about why this is important. We give them a win. We show them mistakes that they normally make. We give them a case study. And then we give them basically how your system works and how it gives them the transformation that they want and why they need to become certified. And so again, that's something that I work with my clients on. We get a little bit deeper. Like I need to understand your offer a little bit deeper, your audience a little bit deeper, how they've behaved in the past, what has worked for you, then diving into your analytics and seeing which videos are performing the best. And then that's how we can kind of decide these are the types of videos to create. But just doing demos isn't going to get people to buy because they're just going to watch and leave. It's not causing them to go down a binge sequence to understand why they need to become certified in mindful art. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I noticed that my the views and stats are better for the demo videos, but those aren't the ones that are converting. And so I've struggled with finding that balance. And then, you know, things have changed from when I first started the channel. And so, yeah, everything you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, one of the things that I do with my clients is I will audit your channel first. I ask my clients for access to the back end of their channel because again, I can't see how well these videos are performing or not. I can't see where YouTube has kind of categorized you right now. And so that would also affect the adjustment and the pivot and the changes we would need to make to get the algorithm now to reset your channel basically to put it in front of the right people. But again, that's something that I do when I have full access to all my clients' stuff and I can help them make that right direction.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. I'll look at the link in the chat too.
All right. Yeah. And let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you
Do
so
you feel
much.
good about that?
Yes. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Catherine, we're going to pull up Catherine's channel. Okay. As I said, the first thing I'm looking at is it clear who this is for? So Catherine has Moms Making Money with Done For You Businesses. Learn it today, earn from it tomorrow. So this sounds kind of vague. All right. This is also, I'm not saying it to be mean, but I'm also saying it to be truthful that this may seem to some people a little scammy because it has that making money. And even my topic, when I run ads on Meta, I still get this, oh, this is a scam. So I say that to you out of just knowing from my experience. As you all know, I don't run a scam, but a lot of people are getting that like course coaching, assuming it's a scam. So we've got to be very careful in what we do say so they don't immediately look at this and say, oh, a scam. All right. Is it okay to start the program if you barely have started a YouTube channel? Absolutely. We meet you. So I'm going to dive into this, Catherine. Are you here, Catherine? I want to make sure you are still here.
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Okay. The YouTube coaching experience meets you where you're at. So we have clients, Hope is actually on the live YouTube right now. She has 240,000 subscribers who still works with me on a daily basis. And we work on her YouTube channel strategy and growing that at 240,000 subscribers. And I also worked with somebody who just started her channel in April. And by October, she had made over 80 sales, booked 5 high-ticket clients, starting her channel with me in April. So the reason why that happens is because I meet you where you're at and we build your strategy. We work with you where you're at. And I say we, it's myself and Erin is here. Erin is my client success coordinator. She does a lot with mindset, but I help you follow the exact steps to meet you where you're at so that no matter if you're just starting or you have a channel that's not working, it helps you wherever you're at. Okay, so Catherine, can you give me a little bit of a elevator pitch on what your audience is here and what's the transformation that they want to get from you?
Yeah, so I am wanting to make money online as easy as possible for moms. We're all busy, so just having businesses that can work around their lives, get out of debt so that they can go and travel the world with their families and be that yes mom.
Is there a particular strategy you use for them to make money? Because I think saying make money as easy as possible, red flags are going to pop up. And red flags will also pop up for YouTube because the whole make money quick is kind of a red flag everywhere. And so I think if you can hone in on a particular structure or a particular way, is it like affiliates? Is it like what specifically do you focus on?
Right. So yeah, so through affiliate marketing, being able to make money around your busy family life.
So it's predominantly how they're making money though is affiliates, right? They don't have a program, they don't have a product, it's affiliate.
Yeah. So done for you program that you can just plug into, learn the skills, and then they can either expand from there or just simply remain an affiliate.
Okay. So if we angle this more like helping moms make affiliate cash to live a more time-free life, would that be more of what your audience would want?
I think so. I think the word, I want to make it as beginner friendly as possible. I've been having a lot of conversations with other moms and they're like, I don't even know what affiliate marketing is, or so I want to kind of really have quite layman's terms with it. So if there was like another word than affiliate, because there is so many people that just don't even know that this kind of thing exists, that they can at least learn the skill of digital marketing without having that tech overwhelm.
Okay. So then my question is, the people that don't even know affiliate as a thing, are they even serious buyers of your program?
I think that they would be if they knew the possibilities that are within it. Because when I do speak to them, it's their like the general conversation is, I didn't even know this kind of thing existed. I've been, I would love to know something like this. I would love to learn about something like this, but I just didn't know that this existed. Because I know for me, before I came into the digital space, I was super overwhelmed. I thought I had to be this sort of tech wizard. And the words digital marketing or affiliate marketing, anything marketing was like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. I actually believe you could make quicker. Is it a course you have?
Yeah.
If you leaned into talking about affiliate, because the people that know what affiliate are and are serious about it are the ones that are going to buy. The people that don't know what affiliate, that's fine. We can bring them up to it. But if you just are talking about these vague terms, the people that are ready to buy, that do know what affiliate is, they're not going to buy from somebody who's not talking specifically about affiliate marketing. And I say this because I have a friend who just launched an affiliate marketing course that told you exactly how to make money on Amazon and how to do all of this things. Their marketing was leaned towards making affiliate money. And they did really well because for somebody to invest into a course, they have to understand that. It's kind of like the analogy that I use. It's talking about your viewers, and our viewers are the same viewers, they're just on a different journey. So the beginners, I usually call beginner Betty, and they're like the kids at the kids table at Thanksgiving. But then there's the expert Esther, the adults at the adult table, right? They're much further along in the process. They've already done the research. They already know what they want to do. The adults, the expert Esters, never want to go to the kids table with beginner Betty. But beginner Betties, they're always striving and want to be at the head table, right? And so that's why if you focus your content on the expert Esters, you get the people that will buy, and the beginner Betties will rise up. And so that's why I'm kind of pushing you a little bit to kind of lean in on a solid affiliate marketing languaging, because that's going to get you sales quicker of your course.
Yeah.
Cool. And once you build some content and some playlist funnels around affiliate marketing, and they're there to work forever, right? Then you can maybe start piecing in some of those beginner Betty videos, right? But for you to get the momentum on YouTube, I think you just really need to lean into helping moms make affiliate money so they can live a time-free life, or what that transformation is that they want. And then that starts to build out how this channel plays out. I like that. I would almost change your name to an online, to maybe almost like affiliate business coach if you wanted to use that, because again, knowing I'm in that space with you, I'm in the online space too. I know online business coach has a little bit of a red flag. I'm in that same space too. And so I would either just leave it your name or say like affiliate revenue coach or affiliate something coach. Because again, I'm in your space and I know what red flags are popping up in Meta and on YouTube, and I share that with you just from my experience of what I've got.
Yeah.
As far as what you've done so far on YouTube, what have you done that you would like me to take a look at, or are you unsure about?
I think, you know what, this has just given me like some really good direction. Because so far what I've been doing is I've just been uploading shorts. I've been trying to, because I watched your one video about the playlists. And so getting into your training is definitely something that I would love to do. I just have to catch up financially on a couple of things first, but definitely would love to do that. So I've been working on the playlists, and so I've got sort of, different titles like side hustle truths, a start here playlist, digital, about the digital growth community, a mindset reset. But I think I'm going to go back and rework that. And, like you said, really focus on that affiliate side. So right now I've just been, just uploading shorts that because TikTok's been my primary platform, but it is exhausting, to put it lightly. So I'm really wanting to just to kind of keep things going on YouTube, I've just simply been repurposing the videos from A to B. And so, yeah, so I did start a playlist, which was Side Hustle Truths for Moms, Why They Fail, and what to do about it, I think. And then I think my first video here is the moment I realized I would never work for someone again. But I'm not really I get views on my shorts, but nothing really on like the actual posts.
Okay. So with shorts, the problem I will say with shorts is you're not going to attract the audience that you want to buy your course. When you think about shorts, think about the mindset people are in with shorts. Just like TikTok, they're there to be entertained and they're passing time. They're not there actively looking for a problem to be solved. So even if you're creating shorts in a playlist funnel structure, one, it's not the same viewer intent on shorts as people searching topics on YouTube. The other problem is shorts don't let people easily flow into that next video. Whereas when we build the playlist funnel, it's a very specific topic for that first one that changes their mindset on something. And so then it pops up a question for them, and you tell them basically you're answering in that next video. So they click on that next video on the end screen, and then they go to the third and the fourth. The other reason shorts are difficult for business owners and selling things is because short form content doesn't have the conversions as like 5 to 10 minute videos. The longer somebody stays with you in a video, the more the trust increases, the more the likability, the more you can show them you actually know what you're talking about. And so a lot of the times my clients, I tell them to just pause on shorts, like don't even put any time into shorts, because if you want to start making sales on YouTube quickly in 6 months or less, we need to focus on that long form content that your audience is actively searching for, because they're not actively searching for that in shorts, because that's not how their intent is when they go to shorts.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So I won't be so worried about uploading.
Yeah, I would focus on like the playlist funnel. And as I said, that's what we do in the program, right? I come up with titles and thumbnails for the clients and the flow and everything. And that's really what we focus on first in the program. We try to build out that first playlist funnel and the first I try to be flexible because I know we all have lives and kids. I have two. Within the first 2 to 3 months, ideally, I would like my clients at least publishing the first or second video of that playlist funnel so then I can start reading the analytics of that video. So if we haven't filmed video 4 or 5 yet, we can use the data we have from the live videos to make video 4 and 5 better. Are our hooks not working? Are our titles and thumbnails not working? And so that's kind of how we flow through the program to make sure everything that you're doing is stacking on itself.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that all makes a lot of sense.
All right.
Beautiful.
Any other
Thank you so much.
questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know for me it was, it's just like editing, but I've watched some of your editing videos, so
Yeah, and when you're selling a course and you're a business owner on YouTube, we aren't trying to entertain ADHD children like Mr. Beast. And so a lot of the times we think we need to edit like we see YouTubers, and my daughter watches like cake videos and stuff too, and their editing and their angles are insane. But I'm not trying to keep the engagement of somebody under the age of 18. We're speaking to typically adults, right? And they're wanting to learn, they're in education mode. So we don't have to overcomplicate editing. We don't have to add different angles or B-roll or text. Those things are great that you can onion layer on later, but a lot of the times you just need to maybe cut out a mistake or cut out your pauses and just keep editing super simple.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that perspective. I super
Yes.
appreciate it. And thank you so much for looking at my channel.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Joan says my service is both online courses but also professional services, more account-based marketing that may hook potential clients on short-form content on LinkedIn who come to YouTube to background check me. So SEO isn't the main way, but I need YouTube. So Joan, I think again, if you're going to create content on YouTube, we need to be thinking about creating content for YouTube. And so that's really important too. If you want to see results on YouTube, you have to follow what works on YouTube. I see that you're here. Did you have a particular question just for more context or anything you wanted me to answer?
I mean, we can do this in a call or something. I just think I'm a little bit different. My niche, is a little bit different, and I've been doing so much research, and I have found that's how I found this word account-based marketing, and I see now it is totally separate. They typically rely on the relationship, and the relationship may be made through a referral. And I used to get a ton of work through referrals, but it's kind of drying up over the years. And it's you met them at a conference or whatever. I don't want to go to any conferences. I don't want to talk to people in person. I think there's plenty of people to get picked up online. And I do landscape architecture and resort design. So, but the big players of resort owners, apartment complex owners, big commercial real estate owners who need someone to help design those things don't always search for it. But if they want to find out more about me, I need to have the playlist. I need to have, I need to build authority through these things. Now, there's also a thing where I can sell courses to the sort of younger mid-career or junior real estate developers and commercial real estate owners and younger architects and stuff who would learn from me because I've been doing it for 30 years. But to land this business for the service, it's just a little bit different, I think. And so I just wanted to see if you felt like this was a good fit. And if I know you know so much about pulling these analytics together. There's a lot there that I'm really not going to know or understand.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm basically the analytics reader for my clients that have been with me for 10 years. So when I pull up account-based marketing on vidIQ, it's only searched about 1,700 times a month. So I would be wondering if that's exactly what they're searching. Whereas when we look at related keywords, so people who search account-based marketing are also searching some of these terms as well. So kind of like what I said earlier, sometimes we are speaking to advanced language that we think they're searching on YouTube for, because if we're going to create content for YouTube, we want to make sure we're getting in front of them. And so again, without clearly understanding your offer, when we're thinking about YouTube too, we want to think about what is the main offer we want to sell on YouTube. And then we build that content strategy to attract the people that will buy that main offer. Because typically, if we're very clear on who we want to buy that main offer, that's a very specific audience. And that's exactly what we need on YouTube to get momentum on YouTube, being very clear on our audience. And so for you, it would be, okay, what is the one offer that we want to sell from YouTube? Who are the people that are buying that offer? Then we would build a content strategy to attract those people.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think I did answer your question, Genevieve, balancing between shorts and long form content. I don't even do any shorts. It's not worth my time. My content sells in my long form content. Shorts are great for discoverability. So I think shorts is a strategy to add on. I'm not sure if Hope is still on. She was on my YouTube channel. But Hope is somebody who has 220,000 subscribers. She has plenty of long form content that people can binge. I think shorts is her next strategy to get her channel to that next level, because shorts can get discoverability. And she has the supporting content to make sales for her. So she can go out and get discoverable and have that supporting long form content to sell from. If you don't have the playlist funnels in place on your channel and you're just creating discoverable content, sure, you're getting eyeballs on those videos, but it's not sending people anywhere for sales. In fact, shorts are great for views, but shorts are not great for subscribers. So again, that's something you want to be thinking about. If you are trying to get momentum on your channel to make sales, the only way to focus in the beginning is building playlist funnels, long form videos. Let's see. Okay. I did see, oh yeah. There's another channel here, Fitness One. Okay. Pull this one up. So again, the first thing that I'm looking at, is it clear who this is for? For martial artists, fighters, and coaches, perfect. Well, you have 134,000 subscribers, so you obviously know what you're doing. So let me ask you, what specific questions do you have that you would like me to dive into today? Because you've already got an established channel, very much like Hope, who has 224,000 subscribers. What are you uncertain about? What's not working for you right now?
Okay, first, thanks for taking time to look at the channel.
Yeah,
You're awesome. So funny. I feel like I know you because I've watched you so much.
here I am in the
So,
flesh.
so here's the deal. I think the channel, it was like a miracle fluke that it blew up.
Mm-hmm.
The 30-second version is, I trained with Bruce Lee's only student who ever actually competed for
Okay.
25 years privately. I recorded everything. So I started posting these short little videos of him, and he's incredible. And
Okay.
it caught on and just blew up. Like, some of the shorts had millions of views,
Okay.
and it got out from under me. I was not prepared for that. And
Yeah.
then the product that we have a course certification training program called Fighters College. And
Okay.
it is a training program for people that are trying to improve in striking, self-defense, boxing, kickboxing, whatever. We have
Okay.
sold some. Nothing like our 130,000 subscribers.
Yes.
So my thing is, I think I pretty much know what you're going to say on content. So the thing is, first of all, I'd like your just view of how it looks, but more importantly, it grew because of, I don't know how the algorithm knows what the heck we're doing, because it's all over the place. Some of me, some of my partners, some of my trainer who passed away. If we start your strategy cold, like immediately, what does that do? Like, is it good to like pick up and run, and having that many subscribers is going to be awesome? Is it going to confuse the algorithm? Like what would be the good strategy, since it blew, most of the growth came from something that I wouldn't be doing anymore. It's not
Yeah.
selling, it's paying some ad revenue, but it's not really doing what I want it to.
Yeah. So what would happen is you probably wouldn't be getting 70,000 or 280,000 views per video. In fact, I did an interview with a client of mine the other day, and her video that got like 20 views made the most amount of money for her. And it was like 10 out of 10. because you've got to be specific in what your audience wants. So you're saying that your course is like a fighter's college. So thinking of that person who is at that point where they want to buy a fighter's college, why most beginners get boxing defense wrong. Is that a problem that they have that is going to cause them to want to now buy your solution? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So did you have a call to action to your fighter's college in this video?
In many of them we do now. No, not enough in the end of the videos because a
Okay.
lot of them were made for reels, and
Mhm.
later stages I started like introducing the video now in person and then adding a call to action on the end. But the bulk of these have not had that. It's been in the description, but
Yeah.
it was not in the video.
Yeah. So one of the ways that I teach video game plan, I don't call it a script because it's not just a script. There's a lot that goes into the video, right? One of the things that I teach is we plan the video, right? But then we go in and we figure out where to add calls to action. And I don't necessarily have a call to action. So like my goal for all my videos is to get people into the YouTube coaching experience. That is my one thing. But I don't mention that with like a hard call to action until video 5, which is my sales video. But what I do mention in videos 1 through 4 is another entry into my funnel, whether that's a free webinar, whether that's a low ticket offer, if it makes sense to that video. So for example, as I usually build out my playlist funnels, the problems that my clients typically have are the same over and over again. What do we say in a video? How do we make a thumbnail? What does the workflow look like? And I have lower tickets that feed people into those lower tickets that feed people up to the YouTube coaching experience. So there's a lot going on in the funnel side, the back side of the business too. The YouTube videos do a great job of getting people into the funnel. And then I have a whole strategy behind the scenes I call the invisible sales system that either gets people to use a coupon code to upgrade to the next level, or to book a call, or to do this before this expires, right? So there's this whole business strategy after the viewer goes from YouTube to your list. Do you have those things set up on your end?
You're kidding, right? Everything you just said that would be perfect. No, I definitely do not.
Okay.
I do
So
not.
that,
Yours is perfect. I don't have it that I
okay.
I don't have it
That
that
is something
organized, which is okay.
that is something that we could work on too. Like what, because I help my clients not just with YouTube, but that side too, because we can, like you're seeing right now, you can get all the viewers in the world, but if it's not making sales, then we have a problem. So how can we start getting these viewers and moving them from YouTube to now to your funnel? Because maybe they aren't ready yet, but you follow up with them through email. You follow up with them through a sales sequence. You follow up with them through DMs on Instagram, which is something we do as well. So, I mean, it's hard for me to say what exactly is going on with your channel without seeing the back end of your analytics, which again, I audit all my clients' channels when they come in. And as I said, I have experienced Hope, 220,000 subscribers. She came with me with 200. She had no business model either. And we got that business model up, and she's making 6 figures every year now with her channel, business strategy wise. So it is hard to say with so much success you are having YouTube wise what exactly is going on with your channel. But those are probably the things that for you I would focus on. Like, how can we start building playlist funnels that may not get as many views, but will funnel people to your offer, to your lead magnet, into your email system so that you can now follow up with them to get them to buy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. Thank you very much. And I saw a question come through the other day. I don't know if you ever got to answer it during the other call,
Mhm.
but basically once you've taught the system, so
Mhm.
you are just consistently having everybody make 5 video set playlists over and over that pretty much say the same thing, but a little different to keep it fresh. But
Yeah. So the thing is, there are so many problems that your audience has. Probably, you could probably say the people that are buying your course, the same problems come up time after time. And so it's hard for you to say that over and over again. The thing is, everybody's not listening to everything we say, and everybody's not remembering it. It's like repetition is what makes people sell. So am I just copying and pasting those videos every time? No, but there's a different angle to it. Now, I will say I do want my clients to generally have usually 3 solid playlist funnels, usually addressing 3 different pain points that their audience is having that they've built a playlist funnel around. Then what you can start to do is I call them either wildcard videos or feeder videos. And what these are meant to do are to maybe go a little bit more viral, maybe reach a little bit more people, and then filter the right people into your playlist funnel. So those feeder videos, you will then, the call to action is basically to go, oh, here's how I've solved that problem in this particular playlist funnel. So those feeder videos are still helping you grow your audience, but you're taking the people who are serious from that feeder video into your playlist funnel. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said with Hope, she's at the spot now where we've kind of maxed out. So we've got to add short strategy to her so she can build her visibility to get her channel to that next level. At 240,000 subscribers, we've kind of reached what we could in her niche, but now we need to take the shorts to reach more people for discoverability.
Mm.
Okay. Any other questions?
You are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy to be of help. There was one channel that was dropped on YouTube. So let me find that one real quick because I posted it in my Slack. So hopefully you're still here, Impressive Glow, because I know you were here on. Let me double check. Okay. Impressive Glow. Are we still here? So 13,000 subscribers. Amazing. Helping women become financially independent in the beauty industry. Perfect. That is exactly who you want, right? Very clear. I would honestly take this stuff off right here. Spray tan tips, teeth whitening tips. I don't even think that's needed. Helping women with all things spray tan, teeth whitening, building and growing. So I would actually, I'm not sure if you're still here in the chat. Impressive Glow. I would actually adjust this to like, what is the solution you're going to solve for them? So instead of I'm helping them with all things spray tan, teeth whitening, for me, it sounds like up here, you're actually helping these people build their business. So I would adjust this first line to helping beauty business owners become more financially stable in their shop or in their in-person whatever. That's how I would address this first line in your channel about section. And that goes for all of you listening too. We want to think about in our about section, that first line needs to be, what are you going to do for them? They don't care who you are or what things you can do. What are you going to do for them? So that's how I would adjust that. Just a tweak. I would also make sure this photo is of you looking at them. People want to feel like they're being seen, and just something to think about. Make sure all your photos are of you looking at them. Looking at videos, what we've done so far, DHA resistance, why some clients don't tan, understanding DHA resistance. Okay, one thing, semicolons I don't typically like for titles. Semicolons to me scream AI. So just heads up, we need to be thinking about our titles and how it's going to attract our audience. So understanding, okay, why some clients don't tan. I think the more important part of this video is about DHA resistance, probably. I would look that up actually to see if that is being searched. DHA resistance. Because we always want to make sure what we are creating content for is actually being searched for. This is baked into how I teach content strategy in my system. It's called the Profitable Keyword Framework. It is a detailed system in finding the words and phrases that your audience is actually searching for. So in this example, DHA resistance is not really being searched for. It is less than 750 times a month. So for this channel, I would have approached it as a different angle. Why clients don't tan, maybe? What's that like? No, it's still spray tan business. Okay. So again, you're seeing how I'm processing what to make this video about. These are related keywords to this main keyword. We started with DHA resistance. We saw nobody was searching that. We looked at why not tanning. Nobody was searching that. Spray tan business, all right, we've got a hit. We've got over 107 related keywords. This is now going to help me figure out how to build a video that somebody is actually looking for. So spray tan tips potentially. What do we have here? I'm trying to find an angle where it's talking about why somebody doesn't tan. Spray tan, tanning. But yeah, that's what's going to be important for this particular channel is finding the right angle. Now, we also want to make sure as we are building these videos for this particular channel, we're making sure it's clear for the business owner. So when I see the ultimate guide to prom homecoming spray tans, this could be mistaken as for a high schooler, right? Somebody going to prom and they can learn how to make their spray tan right. But if we are focused on people that have their own studio and they're doing this, we need to ensure that the title is calling them out, calling out those business owners, because again, the algorithm is going to get confused who to put these videos in front of. And so since she's not here, I'm going to kind of leave it at that because I'm not really sure the direction in the offer she has. But hopefully you guys can get some examples or see some things in how I approach this channel. We've just got to be incredibly clear. Is our audience actually searching the topic we're creating videos for? And is it clear who it's for? I'm going to do one more because we've been on for over an hour. So we're going to go ahead and do Marlo's real quick and then wrap up. As I said, I do these every day for my clients. So I review things for my clients every day inside of Slack. They send me questions, they send me titles, they send me thumbnails, they send me scripts. Remember that program, the YouTube coaching experience, we're wrapping up 2025 enrollment on Tuesday. And we will be doubling the price in 2026 because we've added we're adding so many custom GPTs on November 1st. And these custom GPTs are meant to make things go faster for you. I know you're business owners, you've got a lot to do, you're juggling a lot of things. And so I've built these GPTs to help you come up with the topics quicker, the titles, and make sure that the titles are built for the best practices on YouTube. Because right now, if you use ChatGPT or you use AI, they're not going to give you YouTube optimized titles. I get a lot of ChatGPT and AI titles from my clients, and I can call them out as soon as I see them. And I say, did you use ChatGPT for this? Because ChatGPT doesn't understand the proper approach to YouTube. It's going to take the SEO mindset and not the human eye mindset. And so you really need to make sure that you're creating your titles and thumbnails with the human brain in mind, not just AI. Okay, so looking at this, Marla, matchmaking mediumship. So this seems very, very broad. So somebody who would be interested in matchmaking, are they also interested in mediumship? I feel like these are two different audiences. My channel is all about delving into the magical mysteries of mediumship and matchmaking. Again, I feel like these are completely two different audiences, and that is going to confuse and slow down the algorithm. Because if somebody comes to your channel to watch a video on matchmaking, then the next video they see from yours is mediumship, they're confused and they're not going to click on that video. And what that tells the algorithm, and this goes for anybody, if you are trying to balance two audiences on your channel, this is why it doesn't work. This is why I talk so specifically about getting detailed and niche and clear on who your person is. Because if somebody comes to your channel for mediumship and then they see matchmaking, they're not going to click on that video. And when your own audience that watched a video doesn't click on one of your videos, that's going to send negative signals to the algorithm. And the algorithm is going to be like, oh, this content isn't any good because her audience isn't clicking on it. And so then your content just ends up getting buried because YouTube thought the right people for this channel was people looking for matchmaking. But then you put out a mediumship video and those people that came to your channel for matchmaking aren't watching it. And that's how the algorithm gets confused. So Marla, I'm not sure if you're here, but it seems like you have two audiences that you've got to get more specific on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, so for years and for the past 10 years, I've been doing my YouTube for fun because I've been a matchmaker for 23 years, high end.
Mhm.
That's where I made my money. I'm a Gemini, I'm an author, I'm an energy healer, I'm a medium, I'm a matchmaker, all these things. And my husband's always like, you got to hone in on one thing. He's got his one thing. He's a musician. That's it, his whole life. So I'm wondering then now I'm stepping out of the matchmaking business. It's just
Mhm.
tanked. And I have a one-to-one coaching for women, really powerful, high-end program. I'm
Mhm.
wondering if I start a new, because I don't want to stop with the fun spiritual stuff that I put up there, the Halloween, like me and Ronnie. Ronnie's on right now. We just did the second video there, Halloween energy clearing and oracle cards. We do fun stuff. Should I start a new channel for the coaching? Because I've been like, and say, oh, I've been a matchmaker 23 years now. I'm helping women find their own person and
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
would you say, because some people do have more than one channel and they say, oh, on my other channel.
Yeah. So if you want to sell coaching and you want to get clients from a YouTube channel, I would start a new channel because this one isn't going to do it. Because you're
Okay.
going to need to train the algorithm to send those people that are going to want coaching for your matchmaking to that channel. And that's just not going to happen on this particular channel.
And then I can keep this channel for
So
fun
you can
and
do whatever you want with this channel,
wouldn't,
just knowing
wouldn't,
like the
yeah.
goal of this channel isn't necessarily to make money or to get matchmaking clients, but the goal of the other, and that's what I do. I I think you guys can have any fun YouTube channel that you want, but I'm on YouTube because I want a thriving business. I
Yeah.
want clients, I want sales because I don't want to be a YouTuber. The YouTuber game is hard. I just came from Vid Summit last week and I learned things from them, but I also see how hard YouTubers have to work to make the money on AdSense. And I don't want that game. I personally would have my small 50,000 subscriber channel getting clients and sales every day into my program and not having to rely on YouTube AdSense that is fluctuating all the time. And so you can have this channel for sure to have fun with, but if you want to make sales and book
Yeah.
clients from a channel, it's got to be more in the zone of one particular audience.
Yeah, okay, because I'm changing my life. I'm starting
Yeah.
now just coaching and in 2026 I'm not even going to be really matchmaking much, but so I can just start. It's going to be Johnny starting from zero, but that's okay
Yeah.
because people will come to that. Okay, and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, this is new because I never
Yeah.
relied on YouTube to get clients before, but now I'm switching into that. So,
Yeah. And that's, I mean, our specialty. My specialty is working with business owners to build these playlist funnels to figure out, again, as I showed you earlier, what is the main offer you want to sell from YouTube? Who is that person that's going to buy it? Then how do we build the content strategy that attracts those people to your channel and that you're getting them to your business? And as I said earlier, I'm not sure what his name was now, but Fitness One, we talked about there's more to it than just sending them to a sales page. There's, the invisible sales system that I work with my clients. There's a full training, there's templates, there's swipe copy in how I do this because not every person that comes to my video turns into a client, but I need to keep them engaged. And it may not be a YouTube video, but it may be an email, and it may be a DM that I send them in Instagram, and it may be a text message that I send them all through my funnel. And that's what makes my coaching experience different because I help you build the YouTube system that attracts people, but I also help you set up the system on the back end that converts them into clients, into sales, into customers. And so that's what makes this program really unique. I make sure all the pieces fit together so that you're not posting content on YouTube and you're not getting the sales, right? We're making sure we're building the right channel for the right person, but we're also baking in almost like safety nets. If they didn't buy your coaching program, how can we keep them engaged that we can get them to the coaching program maybe a week later, maybe 3 weeks later? I have people on my email list that have joined the coaching program 2 years after they've been on my email list. Because my mentor calls these people, my mentor Mariah calls, she says, you got turtles and you've got hares. You've got people that are going to be the hares that are going to see you and immediately be yes. I have people come from YouTube videos where they've told me, I found your channel today and I binge watched and I signed up immediately. Those are the hares. Those are the ones that know. Then you're going to have the turtles that are going to hang out. They're going to get the lay of the land. They're going to watch some more content of yours. They're going to hear from you through an email. Maybe you reach out to them by a DM, and they will buy eventually, but they're not the hares. And so that's what we're really working on in my system in the YouTube coaching experience. We are feeding the hares with the YouTube videos, but we are also keeping the turtles warm on the back end as well with the systems to keep them warm. All right, you guys, that is about almost 90 minutes of channel reviews. If you've got questions, if you want to talk to me about the YouTube coaching experience, hit me up in DMs on Instagram, Trena Little over on Instagram. I will definitely chat with you there. We are closing the doors on Tuesday. As I said, this is the last round for 2025. This is a 12-month coaching experience. We've not offered it in 12 months, but what we've been seeing with our clients, they stay with us 18 to 24 months on average. And so we decided we were just going to make this program 12 months. So you have plenty of time to work with me, not only to get your YouTube channel set up, but also your back end funnel set up as well. So this is the first time we've offered it as a 12-month program so that you have plenty of time to get this done. As I said, on November 1st, we are dropping all these custom GPTs. If you do pay in full, you're going to get a one-on-one onboarding call with me. And I'm going to map out your personal implementation plan. So I'm going to take your goals, your time that you have available, your life, and break down what you should be doing each week, reporting to me in Slack each week what you got done so that you can get this implemented as quickly as you want to get implemented. And you can do it at whatever pace that you want. And then also, if you pay in full, I will write your first 4 video scripts. So I never do done for you work anymore. I burnt my YouTube production agency down last year. I will write you 4 video scripts if you pay in full before Tuesday. Tuesday is the last day to join us. So if you've got questions, don't hesitate to email me. Don't hesitate to DM me. I'll be answering questions all weekend. I really enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much. Hope, thank you so much for being here. I didn't get to your channel, but you can also just send me your channel in Slack and I will take a look at it on Monday, or you can book a call. We can look at your channel on Monday, Hope. And I hope to see some of you in the coaching experience. A lot of you have great foundations of channels here. It's just a little bit of tweaking to get the results that you all want. And you all have the possibility. Every channel that I looked at here today has the possibility to start making those daily sales on YouTube, which is those few little tweaks that I mentioned. And those are the things that I work with you on every day. Thank you guys